So today I want to talk about getting started. It can be with anything really, videography, photography, blogging, starting your own creative pursuits. So essentially for me, there's a lot of things I've learned over the years. I've really focused on probably knowing all the details, for example, with the camera, doing tons of research, and then getting lost in, oh, this doesn't look exactly right, this doesn't look perfect, I'm sure I'll watch this back afterwards and find tons of things I've done wrong. The sound will be the first one because I haven't fully set it up for that, but I know if I spent too long getting set up, I probably wasn't going to get on and actually do this. And that probably brings me to probably my first, I guess I don't want to come up with a list of things, but probably my first thing for most people beginning is just to get started. You really do only learn by doing. There's tons of good guides for different things to get you going. But spending so much time looking at other people's mistakes rather than making your own and learning for them isn't really going to help you in the long run. So for example, probably what I'm getting right into at the moment is bird photography, and for a good while there I spent more time watching videos of what other people have done with bird photography than actually go out and photograph birds myself. Some of it was quite useful, working out different autofocus modes and things like that, but a lot of what makes you good at something is just repetition of doing it. For example, trying to get a bird in focus, it matters what focus mode you're in, and what equipment you've got to a certain level, but if you're not actually out there doing it and using it, you're not going to get any photos anyway. And it's the same with recording videos. I've tried to do a lot of different videos in the past, and I just got hung up on what was wrong with them, and I really never got started. I never created or put anything out, which, looking back, it's a real shame. It's a missed opportunity. If you go and look at anyone who's really popular today, scroll back to their first video and the quality was probably pretty crap. The audio will be as crap as what you hear now, but as I've gone on and as they've sort of, just got better and better and invested a little bit more, learnt more, they've definitely brought that production value up. But I think what's most important is probably the message you've got to begin with. And if it's something you're really passionate about and you want to share, then just share it, and the rest will take care of itself as you go along. The video quality will get better. Things might be slightly out of focus. For example, I'm recording this myself, so I've just manually focused it beforehand, focused on the chair, sat down and hoped it worked. But I'm just talking from, I guess, my own thoughts and learnings. That's what's more important than whether this bit is in focus, this bit is in focus, my eyes purely in focus. What matters is actually what I'm trying to convey. So that probably brings me to the second thing as well. Just because there's so many people who have already started, have absolutely perfect videos, they have perfect acoustics because they've done work with the room, they'll have a really nice background, a really nice setup, really good lighting. I've got my overhead lighting turned on. I do have a softbox behind the camera there to better light me at the front, but again, that's that's my own ego, I suppose, that I overanalyze what I do. And that's probably the second thing I really want to focus on. Just stop looking so much at what other people do. Just because your production values or the quality of what you make isn't as good as them, it's not particularly what matters. It's what you've got to share. I've been doing a lot of meditation lately, and there are people who have the most perfect audio and all those things. There's someone whose audio is, they're probably just recording straight from a laptop microphone, but the ones I've actually resonated with are not so much the crystal clear audio, it's the actual message. And I think that's what probably matters the most, is just the message. So much of YouTube videos and stuff seems to just be people creating this really nice intro that goes for far too long, I just want to like get in. I want to see what people have to say, or what people are, passionate about and want to share. And I think that's what really connects with people at the other end. Like, it's really nice to have a good-looking package, but you know what I mean. If the actual content is thin and there's about 4 minutes of shit to talk about, but it takes someone 30 minutes to talk about because they want to pan across the room or show you all these other things. Like, for me, that doesn't work as a viewer. Like, that's not what I'm engaged in. I just want to get in, I want to get the core content, and I just want to connect with the person who's doing it. I don't so much care about the production values. There's a local chef that I follow, Trump's Cooking School, and he doesn't have the crazy intros, all the perfect lighting, all this. Sometimes the audio is a bit off, but at no point do I actually care when I'm watching a video. It's just the content, the passion he puts into it, the information he shares. It's just straight into the videos, shows you it literally shows you how to cook a really good meal in about 4 minutes, because there's no bullshit. It's, there's not fucking panning down from here to show in and all that. Like, that stuff's cool, and it takes a lot of work and all that, but that's not really what matters. Like, at the moment, we're bombarded with so much information. I don't really need to spend 5 or 10 minutes just looking at how good this guy's video skills is. Like, I don't care. Like, I want the content. Like, yeah, so just because your video doesn't look the best, and I'm always focusing the camera, you say or you sort of look off and think for a bit, that's not really what people are here for. Deep down, they want to connect with you, what you've got to say. If it's something unique, or if it's something passionate, if you can bring something else to the scene, I think that more than makes up than what your video skills or your editing or anything like that. So I guess that's probably the main two things I want to share. I don't want to dig too much into it. I know for me, like, this is what has held me back from doing a lot of things in the past, is not just getting started. Like, I'll create it and then I'll go like, oh, this was on, or like I can hear this noise in the background, or this, that. So I don't even upload it. I just get, demotivated and don't do it. But I haven't learned anything, like, who cares if your first few videos are going to get like 3 fucking views anyway. Even if you get famous, no one cares once you kick off, like, what you started with. They care where you are, or whether they connect with you on the journey. No one cares what your videos first started with. So get out there, get started, get recording, get sharing, focus on the content. Don't worry so much about these big long bullshit intros. Like, I'm not interested in that crap. I know it's not just about me, but that's just my personal thoughts on that. And just get started.